June 2026, a match that sent shockwaves through the entire tennis world. The tension on the court was so thick you could literally hear a pin drop. All the hopes, the prayers of millions of fans, and the pride of an entire nation rested squarely on the shoulders of just one 21-year-old girl. Everyone thought it was over. The experts had already written her off, claiming that a comeback from this point was statistically impossible. But they forgot one crucial thing. When a Filipino stands on that court, they do not just play to win, they play to make history. Welcome to Tennis Pulse. Today, we are breaking down a historic clash where Alex Eala did not just defeat her opponent, she absolutely destroyed her on the court like a total boss. If you think you have seen the greatest comebacks in tennis history, hold on to your seats, because what unfolded in this match will give you absolute goosebumps. Before we dive into the mind-blowing strategy, if you are a true tennis fan who feels immense pride watching this young star dominate, make sure to hit that like button right now to show your support. Before the first ball was even struck, all the odds were stacked heavily against Alex Eala. Her opponent was no ordinary player. She was a seasoned international veteran known for making the top stars bow down under pressure. The stadium atmosphere was electric and completely packed. On one side, sports analysts were busy crunching the numbers. And on the other, fans from Manila all the way to New York were glued to their screens. But there was something entirely different about Alex in this match. There was no hesitation in her eyes. There was only a burning fire. It is the kind of fire you only see when an athlete takes the immense pressure of the world and transforms it into raw power. As the first set began, the opponent came out firing with extreme aggression. Her game plan was crystal clear. Push Alex deep behind the baseline and force her into making unforced errors. For a brief moment, it looked like that plan was working perfectly. Let us break down the tactical shift that changed everything. In tennis, every single point is like a high-stakes game of chess. In the opening games, Alex Eala was struggling to find her rhythm. Her unforced error rate was creeping up, and her opponent was taking full advantage of the situation. But a true champion is defined by their ability to adapt mid-match. The moment the game reached a critical juncture where the score was heavily against her, Alex flipped her strategy by 180 degrees. She completely stopped playing defensive tennis. It was time for a brutal counterattack. What followed was a spectacular run that became the defining narrative of the entire match. Alex started rattling off points one after the other. 1 game, 2 games, 3 games. The opponent's confidence began to visibly shatter. A relentless phase took over the court, pushing the game score to an aggressive 12-5, dominance that completely destroyed the opponent's morale. You could see the sheer frustration on the opponent's face. She realized she was no longer just playing a young prospect. She was running into a brick wall that refused to break. Alex Eala captured every single corner of the court. Her forehand shots were so violently fast and precise that even the commentators were left screaming in disbelief. This iconic victory is not just the result of 2 hours of hard work on the court. It is the culmination of years of intense sacrifice. A young girl who left the comfort of her home at a very tender age, just so she could put her name and her country on the global tennis map. When we see Alex Eala commanding the court like a total boss today, we must acknowledge the immense foundation behind her. Her mother and father have stood by her through every single hardship, providing the unwavering support needed to build a world-class athlete. Because of that foundation, Alex never steps onto the court alone. She carries the roaring energy of her massive global audience. Looking at the data, 60% of her viewers tune in from the Philippines, while 40% watch directly from the United States. This massive split proves that her appeal has transcended borders, and tennis fans globally are falling in love with her fierce championship. Attitude.tennis enthusiasts and analysts in the United States are genuinely stunned at how a young Asian female player can showcase such overwhelming physical and mental dominance. It serves as a powerful statement to anyone who ever doubted whether Asian players could survive against the heavy power hitters of Europe or America. Alex has proven that she is not here just to survive. She is here to rule. Now let us get to the absolute climax of the match where everything was on the line. Match point. The opponent served the ball with incredible velocity, but Alex was perfectly anticipated. She fired back a sensational deep backhand return. The opponent scrambled frantically to keep the rally alive, but Alex executed a flawless, deceptive drop shot. Her opponent literally dove across the hard court in a desperate attempt to reach it, but it was completely out of reach. Game, set, and match. Alex Eala. The stadium erupted into absolute chaos as chants of her nation echoed through the rafters. The opponent stood there in complete shock, her face pale, while Alex Eala dropped her racket, put her hands to her face in disbelief, and then roared toward the crowd with a powerful, flexed-arm celebration. It was pure Filipino pride, and she handled business like a true boss. This historic victory is about much more than just a single match or another trophy. It is a glimpse into the future of professional tennis. The day is not far off when we will watch her lift a Grand Slam trophy high above her head. What was your absolute favorite shot or moment from this incredible performance? Let me know in the comments section below, as I love reading your insights and replying to them. If you enjoyed this deep strategic breakdown and want to stay updated on her journey, make sure to subscribe to Tennis Pulse. We are dedicated to bringing you the most thrilling, high-impact updates from the tennis world before anyone else. Like the video, share it with your fellow sports fans, and stay tuned for the next big breakdown. Keep cheering, keep believing, and see you in the next video. To truly appreciate what happened on that court, one must look closely at the sheer volume of tactical masterclasses Alex displayed during the mid-game phase. For professional commentators sitting at courtside, the transition from her being a defensive player to an absolute aggressor was nothing short of a miracle. Every single rally was a lesson in physical endurance and mental fortitude, showcasing why she is regarded as one of the brightest prospects in modern tennis. The stadium lights seemed to dim in comparison to the electric energy vibrating from the stands. Every time she hit a forehand winner, thousands of voices echoed through the arena, creating an echo chamber of national pride that completely overwhelmed her rival. This level of emotional backup is something very few athletes possess, and Alex channels it beautifully every single time she encounters a setback on the grand stage. Furthermore, analyzing the tactical graphics from the second half reveals that her placement accuracy was close to 95%. She was hitting the lines with surgical precision, forcing her opponent into awkward defensive slices that were easily punished at the net. This calculated dominance is what separated the good players from the absolute elites of the sport. And on this day, Alex Eala firmly established her place among the elites. Behind the scenes, the training camp had spent weeks analyzing this exact opponent's weaknesses, studying footage, and perfecting the high-speed baseline returns that ultimately broke the match wide open. The dedication required to execute such a complex game plan under maximum pressure is a testament to the elite-level coaching and preparation backing her career. The global tennis community continues to discuss this monumental upset. The conversation naturally shifts to what lies ahead for the young superstar. With the global audience evenly distributed between passionate local supporters and international fans, the commercial and athletic impact of her rising career is setting new benchmarks for the sport. This is not just a passing phase. It is the official arrival of a dominant force that will shape the future of the game for years to come. This extraordinary journey serves as a beacon of inspiration for thousands of young athletes who dream of making it big on the international stage. Every single drop of sweat, every grueling training session in the early mornings, and every moment of self-doubt has been validated by this singular, earth-shattering performance. The tennis world has no choice but to sit up, take notice, and respect the incredible rise of a phenomenal icon. This historic milestone is a defining chapter in sports history. What we witnessed on that court was not just a display of world-class tennis, but a masterclass in heart, resilience, and unyielding spirit. Alex Eala has effectively redrawn the boundaries of what a young player can achieve under the highest stakes imaginable, proving that no obstacle is too great when backed by intense preparation and absolute dedication. As this journey continues to unfold on the global stage, One thing remains absolutely certain: the tennis world will never look at her the same way again. She has elevated the game, inspired a generation, and firmly cemented her legacy. Thank you so much for joining us today on Tennis Pulse for this exclusive, in-depth breakdown. Your incredible support is what drives us to bring you the absolute best and most thrilling stories from the world of tennis. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss another viral update. Share your proudest moments in the comments. Share this video with your friends, and keep that champion energy alive. Until next time, take care, keep pushing your limits, and goodbye.